Good day. I'm Steven, and this is Blitz News Networks. Tonight, we bring you a seismic shift in global power, in economics, trade, and the very foundations of how money moves across the planet. Imagine a world where the G7 no longer holds the dominant share of global GDP. That world is here. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, now command 40% of global GDP by purchasing power parity, overtaking the G7's 29%. Even before adding new members, BRICS pulled ahead. At a recent summit, leaders proposed building independent financial infrastructure, new exchanges, settlement systems, and digital payment platforms to cement this lead. Meanwhile, the United States plays a dangerous game. On one side, it projects confidence in its dominance. On the other, it scrambles to gather funding from allies. Reports suggest Washington is seeking vast sums from South Korea, Japan, and Europe. But Europe is hesitating. Korea resists outright cash transfers, and whispers swirl that China might invest $1 trillion into the US under heavily controlled conditions. That idea is almost absurd. Why would China risk capital under threat of asset seizure, erratic policy shifts, and crippling tariffs? Chinese investments into the US have collapsed, from nearly $60 billion annually before 2018 to barely $2 billion in 2025. Instead, China is doubling down at home, investing in semiconductors, fueling AI, and expanding energy capacity. It's playing the long game. Now comes the real game changer: a BRICS plan to launch a precious metals and rare earth exchange. Rather than issue a brand new fiat currency, this system leverages control over a majority of rare earth reserves. Countries could settle trades in gold, lithium, cobalt, and other critical minerals, bypassing Western-dominated systems. This is an asset-backed power play. Already, a large share of BRICS trade bypasses the US dollar. Russia and China conduct most of their commerce in their own currencies. Central banks are gradually shifting reserves away from greenbacks, turning toward hard assets. Gold holdings, rare earth control, and energy strength, these are the new pillars. The dollar's dominance, once unchallenged, now faces a real test, its toughest since the end of the gold standard. The architecture of global finance is being quietly rewired. BRICS is no longer just a challenger. It is positioning as a new center of gravity. The question now, can the G7 adapt before the old order crumbles? What are your thoughts? Could BRICS truly dethrone the G7 within the next decade? And will this resource-backed financial shift reshape global trade forever? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Blitz News Networks so you never miss our next deep dive.